Welcome, everybody. This is Cindy McCarthy. We are at our of the season. This is the Wildcat Sports Channel, and we've some crazy circumstances, and hopefully we've got some people listening in here, and we will be bringing you some more baseball and softball games as this shortened season progresses. So I want to in town tonight for the home opener for the Wildcat baseball team. Their season opener is they opened up at Northland, and unfortunately the guys came out on the short end. They lost both games. Northland, I'm not sure. I haven't done my research as far as rankings, but Northland's notoriously had a pretty good baseball team and softball team. I know the softball girls won state last year. So anyway, our guys are off to an 0-2 start. They've got a young team here. They face off here against Tipton. Tipton comes into tonight 0-1. So they had, I'm assuming, a game either last night or Monday night. And they got beat. So both teams have done infield and have taken their infield, and now we are getting ready for the coaches here to some baseball. It's a pretty gorgeous night here for mid-June. It's a little breezy, so I apologize if you hear some wind in the background. A little breezy, but overall pretty nice night. I know people are anxious to get out and watch some sports, and Iowa's kind of unique. We're one of the only states that does our schools, so hopefully these next few weeks there's a lot of positive things that come out of this, and it allows us to get out and support our teams, but yet be smart and do our social distancing and all that kind of good stuff. So as I mentioned, now again, I've got a few stats I can rattle off, and I may talk about those here in a little bit, but like I said, this is only the second. Well, it'll be the third game for the Wildcats home opener. They dropped 2 to North. Things kind of go. As always, if you're and have listened in the past, we always want to thank our sponsor, Next Bank. Next Bank is our sole supporter for the Wildcat Sports Channel, and Next Bank is a financially strong. Help their customers achieve what's next for their financial dreams. Now, Central City, Cedar Rapids, Marion, Coralville, and Waterloo. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. So Next Bank, we really appreciate all the support that they do for us and allowing us to bring us these broadcasts. Baseball and softball, the equipment and our Wi-Fi and works for us. So bear with us, and hopefully you can hear me the whole time and can enjoy the broadcast. I don't know what the holdup is here. I don't know if we're going to do some introductions. I know, just as a FYI, tomorrow night we will be broadcasting the softball game. Springville Orioles are in town, and we will be switching over to the softball diamond tomorrow night to bring you that doubleheader. That'll be a Tri-Rivers Conference doubleheader. This tonight, Tipton is a non-conference game, so technically I think this is a JV varsity contest tonight is what's on the schedule. Last night, I think conference they're doing, to my knowledge, and I may be wrong, but I think varsity is going to be, when we play conference games, it's going to be varsity doubleheaders, I believe. And then the non-conference games, which I think the Wildcats have a couple for baseball, it'll be like a JV varsity. But you're probably going to hear some familiar names for both JV and varsity. Unique situations, so some kids may have chose not to go out or didn't feel comfortable playing. That was, some schools didn't have the sport just because there was just an uncomfortable feeling, and they didn't want to put themselves in a situation where something could happen. So you may see smaller rosters this summer on some of the teams, which can be a good if the younger kids go out. Maybe they get some varsity playing experience that'll help the program in the long run. So we'll have to see here how things shake out. Coaches are at home plate going over the ground rules, and I'm guessing we'll do a national anthem games, and then we'll get playing some baseball here. I'm setting out in left field, and nobody's in the bleachers. It's up along the first base sidelines of the field. I'm in left field looking in, and then we've got some Wildcat fans on the third base side. Nice little crowd tonight. So the Tipton guys are ready to go. Wildcats haven't taken the field yet. Again, the coaches are going over their ground rules. So it's going to be a kind of a weird situation here for baseball. Only I think a 3-week season, if I'm not mistaken, or about 2-3 weeks of playing, and then they'll go straight into their tournament play. Like I mentioned, Iowa is unique in the sense that most states play all of their sports throughout the school season and don't do anything school. I know from a safety perspective, hopefully some of the precautions that we're taking here will allow all the teams in Iowa and anything like that, and it'll allow maybe the fall hopefully be played. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how this next month and a half plays out here. We got David Warrington announcing, but the one thing is if you're coming out to the ball games, there will not be a concession stand. So when you come to bring your own dinner. Ludeman's going to be out in center field for the Wildcats. Nick Reed will be at short. At second base, Jaden Hansen, 8th grader in the lineup. Lucas Greif's going to be pitching today. Troy Curtis will be at first for the Wildcats. Colton Nowatzki is going to be out in right field for the Wildcats. And I'm going to take All right. National anthem, and it's time to play a little baseball here. So Tipton's going to start off. Obviously, they're going to be up to bat first. Wildcats are going through their warm-ups. Hermston is going to lead off. Lucas is a sophomore next year, and he was last year he was a starter as an 8th grader on varsity. I know he did a little bit of pitching, and he mostly was infield. He played second and short for sure, and then I think towards the end of the season he got moved into the outfield a little bit to fill in some holes in the outfield. So Lucas is a pretty good all have a really good baseball career. Probably has some jitters, so hopefully we can get through this first inning and his defense can help out. And here we go, first pitch. A little high. On Connor Hermston. Behind the plate, Wade's coming off, I know, shoulder surgery. So hopefully looks like he must be rehabilitated and ready to go. I think he made it through football. And after the football season, I'm pretty sure he had to have shoulder surgery. I saw him in the weight room. School was abruptly canceled. There's a swing and a miss. I think that makes it 2-2. Is Colton Nowatzki, who comes up with the catch. And there's one out. Nice play by Colton out there. And it's going to be Trent Pelzer up next. There's a swing and a pop fly, and it's going to be deep to center field over Wesley Ludeman's head. Wesley had a good beat on it, but that was a well-hit ball, and it's going to be So that was to straightaway center field. Wesley gave it a go, but just wasn't able to come up with that. So now we have one out with a runner on second base. And there's a swing and a ground ball. Oh, knocked down by Keith the play. That was and Trent Pelzer, who hit the double, he does move on to third. The batter gets an infield hit there. So we got runners on Cale Duran. And there's going to be a stolen base, I guess. It's kind of a puts two runners in scoring position for Cale Duran. There's a hit to Nick. Nick's going to get the out at nice play there. Nice play. Nick, hard hit ball to Nick. He took a couple steps in, looked the runner back at third, and he made that play, and the runners were not able to advance. So nice job there by Nick holding the runners, and it is still 0-0, 2 outs now, and Tipton still has runners on second and third, so great opportunity here. Ooh, there's a pass ball. It's gonna be, ooh. Yoder made a good hustle play there. Just overthrew it over Lucas's head. So unfortunately, we held the run, but now does score. So shoot moves up to third. So we runner in third, one run in. There's a pop up. Troy Curtis is going to make the play in foul territory. Big. So nice inning, solid double. And then the other one was sort of a weird infield hit, and they had runners on, 2 runners on with 1 out, and the Wildcats were able to get out of that and gave up just 1 run. So coaches got to feel good about that, being able to get out of there. Again, give that kid a hit, so I'm going to give him 2 hits that inning. Again, I'm unofficial. So that's going to bring up the Wildcats here. Wesley Luneman's going to get things started off. And then Nick Reed, he's going to be batting second. And let me see, who did they say? Oh, I think Keegan. Yeah. And Edson, who's an 8th grader. And he's going to be at third base, I believe. Yeah, Jaden Hansen, 8th grader. At third, so that, and then Lucas is in the 5 spot for the Wildcats. So we'll see what our top 5 hitters can do. Hopefully we can get something going here. Match the Tipton Tigers. Here. And looks like we're ready for Wesley Ludeman to step to the plate. Wesley had one to try to bunt his way on. Pops, it's going to take me a little bit here to get into my baseball and softball mode here. As I mentioned tonight at North Lynn, Wesley had a pitch and it's a strike, so Wesley is in the hole 0-2. And there's looks like a curveball or a changeup. It's a ball. Ball, 2 strikes on Wesley. And there's another ball, so the count is 2-2. If you're just joining me, we're in the bottom of the 1st inning. Tipton came away with 1 run in the top, and now we are in the bottom. Wesley Ludeman leading off for the Wildcat. And there's a swing and a hit, and it's going to go out to out. Nice play by the right fielder. It's going to bring up Nick Reed. So Nick leading is got a 4 like it might have been a ball outside. There's a called strike on. There's a hit that's foul, so Nick's 0-2 right now. So Nick gets things started. Nick's going to get things started for the Wildcats. It's going to bring up Keegan Kula. And he did not get hit by a pitch last night. And there's going to be a stolen base for Nick. And Keegan swung through that, but it was enough to... And they throw it back. And Nick is able to make it back. So I think I mentioned Keegan was 1 for 5 last night with a single, and so we'll see if he can pick up where he bring Nick around. So Keegan's got 2 and maybe 1 ball. It'd be great if Keegan And there's the pitch, and Keegan swings, and there's going to be another foul. On deck's going to be 8th grader Jaden Hansen, and then Lucas Greif will be coming up. We'll be after him. So let's get things going here, Wildcats. Looks like a little bit of a change up, and he gets by the catcher, and he's too far away from him. He just didn't know where it went, and Nick was able to take third base on that. So now keep the Wildcats a run, or even better, a hit. Keep things going. And the thing so unfortunately, Keegan struck out, so now that makes it 2 outs, and it brings up Jaden Hansen for the Wildcats. And he's going to take a strike. So again, you got Nick on third. We got 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the first. Wildcats are down 0-1. Tipton was able to get 1 run in that first inning, and there's a swing and a foul ball. So Jaden's down 0-2. Again, I mentioned the ball. Battled in there. Hit that down the first baseline. Just foul. So he stays alive. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the first. Tipton's up 1-0. Nick Reed's on third base. And tie things up. And that's outside. And a little high, so it's Jaden's battling 2-2 now. Last night, and there's going to be a strike. 2 big strikeouts for the Tipton pitcher, and we left Nick on third base. So hopefully we can come back here and. Last night, Jaden Hansen had 3 hits out of 5 at-bats, so had a good night last night. Hopefully he can come back here, and the next time up he can get things going. So after 1 inning, we've got 0-1, Tipton's up. And I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out here to Next Bank. Next Bank combines the values of a locally owned, independent Eastern Iowa community bank with expanded services, fast-moving lifestyle. Bank on your success with Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. And again, Next Bank is our sponsor for the Wildcat Sports Channel, and we really they do for Central City. They really help us in a lot of different ways, and I can talk about that in between games, and some of you that listen to those Wildcat Sports Channel probably know. A lot of things, it's something that should be shared often because maybe people don't realize how much they do for the school. So we got Lucas Greif on the mound for the Wildcats. Wade Yoder's behind the plate. We've got Troy Curtis at first. Keegan Kusterman's out in left field. And we got Wesley Ludeman in center. And Colton Nowaski's out in right field. We've got Carter Hill's going to be coming up here, the right fielder for Tipton. He's going to start things off for the Tigers. Lucas Grice on the mound for the Wildcats. There's a swing, and it's going to be nice play by Lucas. Picks it up. Nice job. And he gets that over to Troy. The ball got to Lucas so quick. Troy had a hard time getting to first base, but he does, and he kind of get his foot on the base before the runner. So we've got 1 out just like that. Lucas is doing a great job. And here's the pitch, little high. So we got 1 out. We're in the top of the second inning. Tipton's up 1-0. Both teams have left 1 runner on. Oh, Lucas Greif, just a freshman this year, going to be a sophomore next year. There's a swing deep to center field, but Wesley Ludeman hauls it in. Nice play by Wesley. Wesley's been playing on varsity probably for the last 3 or 4 years. He does a really good job in the outfield. Now we've got 2 outs in the top of the second. And there's going to be a swing, and it's going to be scooped up by Keegan and deep. And that ball just trickled, and nobody could get to it, and Keegan just wasn't able to get. He's safe, no throw. He's pretty speedy, it looks like. So nothing hurt. We've got 2 outs here. Lucas is around, comes off the mound, looks at him. And it's like so I'm not sure if it was a pitch. The Wildcats have to realize there's 2 outs, so they really don't have to worry about the runner. They just need to concentrate. This is a big out right here for Lucas, and he's kind of lost it and that over Wade's head. That was ball 4, but the kind of finished this inning, got off to a great start here. As we mentioned, Lucas is just a freshman, has had limited pitching, did play a lot of varsity last. Unraveling a little bit for the Wildcats. We've got to get our composure back. We've given up 1 run. And there's a pitch. Gotten a little high here. Outs. But I do know I have 2 outs. Again, this is Connor Hermston, and he hit it to right field his first time up. And he just got hit in the back there, so there's a hit pitch. So we've got runners on first and third. We've got 2 outs, and they're going to try to let Lucas work through this, it looks like. This is Trent Pelzer, and he had a double his last time up, so this is a pretty dangerous hitter. He had a deep fly to this kid stole second base. So the Wildcats here kind of falling asleep. I guess in the big picture it doesn't really matter. There's a swing, and it's going to be a high fly foul ball. Goes out of play. So get this kid to fly out and get out of the inning here. Again, Tipton's top of the second. They've got 1 run in. They got runners on second and third. Oh, there's a nice pitch. So there's 2 strikes and at least 2 balls. And there's in the dirt. Nice play by Wade Yoder. So I think we've got a full count right now on Trent Pelzer, who had a double his first time up and scored at the time, the only run for the Tipton. Runners on second and third here. Big cheer for Lucas. Nope. I guess that was just 2. So now we have a full count. So full count. Big pitch right here, Lucas. See if we can't get this guy out. And there's going to be a hit, and it's going to drop in right field. And that's going to score 2 runs. So there's a hit. And he gets a couple RBIs there. So that's unfortunate. We've kind of been struggling. This is going to bring up Niall Shute, who had the other hit in his first inning. And they're stealing. So looks like we've got a runner on second. Two outs, top of the second. It's 4-1. Oh, I'm sorry, 3-1. I feel like it's 4-1. I don't know. Got 2 outs. We're in top of the second. Oh yeah, it got switched. Yeah, I was right. So it's 4-1. 3 runs have scored here this second inning. Wildcats got off to a great start. Had 2 outs, and then we kind of had a hit, and then a walk, and then a hit batter. So the Wildcats have been struggling just a little bit here at the bottom of the order. Unfortunately, this is where you want to try to get them. There's a swing and a miss. We got a runner on third here. So we need to not let this guy score. Get this out. Trent Pelzer's up right now. He had a single in the first inning, his last time up. Oh, I'm sorry. Niall Schultz up. And he had a single. And there's a foul ball. Hanging tough up there. You got to give credit to the batter. Badlin Lucas. And there's going to be a hit right to Keegan. And there we go. Got out of there. Nice play by Keegan Kula. Ground ball. Bounces right in his glove. Gets it over to Troy. They got 3 runs on 2 hits. And they had 1 left on base. Oh, not a great inning for the Wildcats, but not anything that we can't overcome. We're going to have Lucas Grice, Wade Yoder, then Troy Curtis will be the 3rd hitter of this inning. Then we'll have, Colton Nowatzki, and then Aiden Klosterman's going to be up playing left field. Aiden is also an 8th grader, so we got 2 8th graders in the lineup. Got a little bit of everything. We've got Wesley Ludeman was a senior, Nick Reed's a senior, Keegan Kula's a senior, then we have Jaden Hansen, 8th grade, Lucas Grice, freshman, Wade Yoder, I believe he's a sophomore, junior maybe, I can't remember about Wade. Troy Curtis, I believe, is a sophomore, Colton Nowatzki is, I believe, a freshman, and then Aiden, an 8th grader, so pretty young team there. Got some good nucleus with the seniors. They've had a lot of varsity experience. So hopefully they can provide some leadership here and get some big plays from the younger guys. So let's see if Lucas can kind of get us started here. He did a really good job in the first inning. Second inning got off to a great start. Then he just struggled a little bit there. So hopefully he can come here and get a run and potentially get a run and then kind of get back out on the mound. Again, Next Bank. What are you saving for? Whether it's retirement, your child's education, a new car, or just a rainy day, Next Bank has the right savings account for whatever's next for you. Next Bank's committed to help you achieve what's next for your financial dreams. Bank on your success with Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. There's a pitch, and it's going to be outside. There's a strike, so it's going to be 1-on-1, 1-and-1 on Lucas. Lucas is a left-handed batter. See if Lucas can get something started here for the Wildcats. There's a swing and a miss. So we got 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lucas. Lucas did not get a hit last night, so he's looking for his first hit of the season. He fouls that ball off back behind the plate. So again, we've got 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lucas. And there's a called third strike. Not the way we want to start the inning here. Lucas watched that one. That was a nice pitch by the Tipton pitcher. It's going to bring up Wade Yoder here. Wade's in the 6th spot. And his first pitch is a ball. Is hitless so far this season. So again, Wade's all looking for his first hit of the season. So hopefully you can get that going here tonight. There's a swing and a miss. So we are in the bottom of the 2nd inning. We've got 1 out. It's 4-1. Tipton's up. 1 run in the 1st inning, 3 runs in the 2nd inning. There's a ball a little high for Wade. Wildcats here have 1 out inning. There's a swing and a foul ball. So Wade battling in there, trying to get something started here for the Wildcats. 1 out, bottom of the 2nd. And there's going to be a fly ball, and it is going to be caught. Nice catch by the playing first base tonight. And Troy is also hitless, so he's also looking for his first hit of the season. So maybe first pitch to Troy. Again, we're in the bottom of the 2nd. Had a couple hits. There's a swing, and it's going to be a grounder to the 2nd baseman. He picks it up and gets it over. Out number 2nd inning. No runs and no hits. Nobody left on base. So after 2 innings, Tipton's going to have their 4, 5, and 6 hitters up. Kale Duran, Cole Spring, and Carter Hill. And looks like Lucas Greif is still going to be game by Northland, the defending state champs. And don't know, like I said, I haven't really paid that much attention to the rankings, but I'm assuming that there's still Flanagan twins back at your duo combo, I guess. I don't know how you want to say that. Wildcats went down to them last night, and they'll play Springville tomorrow. Valley tonight. Looks like they'll be coming in with a 1-1 record, and the Wildcats will be 0-2, and that'll be tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. So here we go, getting ready for top of the 3rd here. Again, Lucas Greif on the mound for the Wildcats. Troy Curtis Wade Yoder behind the plate. We've got Kale Duran up. Founder to Nick Reed. Nick was able to throw him out at first. We've got, again, Troy Curtis at first, Keegan Kula at 2nd, Nick Reed at short, Jaden Hansen at 3rd field. Wesley Ludeman installed a timeout. And somebody to protect. They have a pitcher warming up in the somebody out there to protect him. All right, so we're getting back to play here, and there's a pitch and a swing and a and here's going to be hit right it up and gets it into Nick at the cutoff, and there's going to be a hit to start off. Thrown brings up Cole Sring, and he had a fly out to the first baseman. So let's see if we can't get him to pop up again. There's a little high pitch, and there's going to be that puts it here with no outs, and we're in the top of the third. Lucas Greif on the mound. And there's a pop fly again, but this time comes out to center field, but Wesley's got a beat on it and catches it. Nice job. And the runner stays at second, so we've got one out. That's going to bring up Carter Hill, who hit it right back to Lucas Greif last inning. Lucas made a really nice play on that. So we got one out, no runs this. And Lucas turns around like he's going to throw it, but there's nobody to throw it to, trying to hold that runner on at second. Nice play by Yoder there. So we've got Hill up, one out, one runner on. Trying to pick off that run. Tipton's got some speedy guys that have been able to steal a lot of bases. So Carter Hill still up, right fielder. There's in the dirt, and he's going to runner on third, one out. Lucas's pitch is in the dirt. Nice play by Wade Yoder to keep it in front of him. And Lucas is in his windup. There's a swing and a miss. Big. I think maybe one strike. Can't see the board, and I should do a better job of keeping track here in front of myself. There's a swing and a miss, so evidently he just had one strike, so there's two strikes now. Yes, so evidently he just had one strike, so there's two strikes now. Nice job of Lucas coming back. Looks like a change up there or a curveball. Had the batter off balance. That pitch is a little high, so that makes it full count this time. So we've got a full count. We're on. He's gotten over to third. He had a hit, stole second, and got to third on a wild pitch. And they had a fly ball. So now we've got a full count here, and it's going to be. Ooh, did he punch him out? Wow, nice. The batter thought he had it, and the official punched him out. So there's a backwards K in the scorebook, and that's going to be two outs. We've got the runner on third here. Batter here. There's a nice pitch by Lucas. Now he's getting into a groove. Flew out to center field his last time up. So see if we can't get an out and get out of this inning. We still got a runner on third. Lead off Cale Duran on third. Pitch is a little high and outside. Otherwise, there's two outs. She's sitting in the bleachers. She's sitting in the bleachers. There's going to be a hit. Colton Watsky keeps it in front of him, and that's good. So there's a big hit on two outs. It's going to bring up catch what his name was. He had a single his last time up. So Wildcats have 2 outs. This is where we've done a good job of getting 2 outs right away. Then we just haven't been able to close out the inning here. So let's see if Lucas can really him up. See if we can't get out of here. And there's going to be a swing, and it's hit. And nice play, Wesley. Covered a lot of ground there. That big play there by Wesley and the Wildcats to get out of the inning. So they gave up 1 run. They had looks like 2 hits, and they left a runner on. So nice job for the Wildcats to get out of that inning. Gave up 1 run. Wildcats got to get their bats going here. We've got Colton Klosterman, and then it's going to be the top of the order. So let's see if we can't get some things going here. Colton Nowatzki's looking for his first hit of the season, as Klosterman had 1 hit last night. Scored a run. All right, so hopefully Aiden can pick up. All right, so if you're just joining me, we are in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Wildcats are down 5-1. Gave up 1 run in the 1st inning, 3 in the 2nd, and they gave up 1 last inning. And they were able. Actually, I'm saying it's 1. We don't have any runs. I apologize for that. It's 5-0. 5-0. Five to 0 for the Wildcats. So we've got to get some things going. Nick Reed made it all the way to 3rd, I guess. Get him in. So they're doing their infield here, and the pitcher's getting his warm-up pitches. And like I said, it's going to be Colton Nowatzki and then Aiden Klosterman. First 2 batters here, and then it'll put us at the top of the order with Wesley Ludeman. Wildcats need to get something going here. Down 5-0. Now we're waiting for the umpire here. This is a non-conference game. Got a nice little crowd. People filling up is allowed in the bleachers. And Colton Nowatzki's first pitch is going to be a swing and a foul ball. So it'll be 1 strike on Colton. Ball just down the first baseline. So it's 0-2. Colton's up there battling. Again, Colton's looking for. There's another swing and a foul ball. Field for the Wildcats. Oh, and there's a curve ball, and it got Colton looking there. He battled, and then he's got caught up with that pitch. So now Aiden Klosterman's coming up here. Again, I think I mentioned he had 1 hit last night. So hopefully Aiden can be the trigger here to get things started for the Wildcats. There's a swing and a foul ball. Coming out swinging here. It's bottom of the 3rd, 5-0. Wildcats have had 1 hit so far. Nick Reed got to as far as 3rd. And there's going to be another swing and another foul ball. So just Aiden's down 0-2, but he's battling up there. Now he just needs to stay in there. And there's a ball, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. As I mentioned, next year. There's a roller. Aiden, yes, beat it. They said that. Good hustle by Aiden. I don't know. I guess I'll give him a hit. They said that the first baseman's foot came off the bag, so I'm not sure if that's considered an error or what. The umpire or the coach doesn't like that call, obviously, and he goes out and says something to the home plate umpire. But we've got a runner on first. Aiden Klosterman's on first, and Wesley Luneman's up. Wesley flew out, and there's a foul ball. Wesley had one hit last night against North Lynn, so let's see if Wesley can get a couple more hits here tonight. So we've got a runner on first. We've got one out. We're in the bottom of the third, 5-0. We need to get some runs here. It'd be nice to put something together. Oh, and Wesley tries to bunt. He lunged at it and fouled that off. So Wesley's in the hole 0-2. The batters are coming out this inning, and they're being aggressive. A lot of foul balls. Aiden was able to really hustle down the line and beat that out, really. Now they throw over to first. Wesley Luneman's playing center field for the Wildcats tonight. And there's going to be a nice little looper, and it's going to find a hole, and the center fielder picks it up, and he gets it in, and they try to get, why wasn't Wesley running to second? Wesley Luneman gets a hit, and Aiden goes from first to, and Wesley's still standing on first base. He should have been on second. I'm doing a little coaching out here, but good job by Wesley. Get that hit. Now we've got our runner in scoring position. We have one out. And now we got Nick Reed up. Nick had a single his first time up in that first inning. Nick had a couple hits last night. He was 2 for 5. He's 1 for 1 tonight. Again, we've got runners in first and third. There's Nick, I think, just took a strike, so it's 1-1, and he did that so that Wesley could steal and get to second. Now we've got runners on second and third, one out, and we've got Nick up here. So let's see if the Wildcats can't get on track. It's a little high, so it looks like it's going to be 2 balls and 1 strike on Nick. Again, he's coming in with 2 hits last night and a hit tonight. Be a great time to pick up a few RBIs here for Nick. Pitch is outside, so that makes it 3-1. It should be nice if, see what he does if he has the green light. And there's going to be a hit, and it's going to get between the shortstop and the third baseman, and they're sending Wesley, and the throw is off, and Nick's going to get to second. So good base running by Nick, and Nick gets that hit, and he gets a couple RBIs. That's away. The Wildcats get on the board now. Good base running by Wesley Laird. Good aggressive coaching, sending. The throw was way off, so Wesley was easily safe, and that was allowed Nick to get into scoring position. So it brings up Keegan Kula, who's playing second base tonight. Keegan struck out his first time up. And there's a swing and a miss. Keegan was 1 for 5 last night against North Lynn. There's going to be a hit to deep center field. It's caught, and Nick is going to tag up, and that puts him over in onto third. So nice job by Keegan. So that's going to be 2 outs. And that's going to bring up Jaden Hansen swinging. He struck out his first time up last night against Northland. So that he had last night, and we can get another run here. Nick was on third base in the first inning, and we weren't able to bring him in. So let's see if we can bring him in this time. Jaden, we're in the bottom of the third. Wildcats got 2 runs. Got a runner on third right now. And we got Jaden Hansen at the plate playing third base, and there's a change up, and he's way out in front of that. So he's got no balls, 2 strikes. So it'd be great if Jaden could step up here and get a big hit. And there's a pick. That curveball's just getting some of our guys there. I think some of these younger kids. So that's his second strikeout. But Wildcats, so we had 2 runs and we had 2 hits. And we left 1 runner on. So good inning for the Wildcats. That cuts the lead 5-2. Now if we can come back out here and get our D going. Lucas Greif, top of the 4th inning. Want to give a shout out to Next Bank. Again, our sponsor for the Wildcat Sports Channel. What's next on your list of financial goals? Has a loan that's right for you. Your next car, your next home, even your next adventure. All are within reach with the Next Bank loan. Convenient locations in Central City, Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Marion, and Coralville. Next Bank member FDIC, equal housing. Doing this for us, and 5-2 now. Wildcats get on board. Big hit there by Nick Reed. Brings in 2 runs. Yeah. And Wade Yoder's behind the plate there, and he can mow him down this inning. There's a swing, and it's just over Wesley's glove. So going to go in as a double. I think Wesley just lost that a little bit, didn't realize it kind of carried on him. And so that's going to be a double. Not the way we wanted to start this inning, but the Wildcats can still work their way out of it here. We are going up to the top of the order. And Connor Hermes, and he got hit by a pitch this run. So let's see if we can't get Connor Hermes here and get an out. Westerman's head, and he's going to get it to Nick. Back-to-back doubles. Rizak did not score because he had to hold up because he didn't know if. So we've got runners on second and third, no outs. We're in the top of. Trent's got a couple hits. Lucas Greif, and there's going to be a swing, and he gets underneath that, and Keegan Kula takes charge in the infield, and that's a big out for the Wildcats. He's got 2 hits and scored a run, so that's a big out. 1 out, and that keeps the runners and second and third. It's going to bring up their number 3 hitter, Niall Shute, and he's got 1 hit tonight. He grounded out to Keegan last inning, so maybe we can get another ground out. There's going to be a line drive. Oh, just over Wesley's head. He had no, and he's going to drive in a couple runs. That was a line. So unfortunately, three doubles in this inning. Lucas, I guess I haven't been paying attention to the dugout. Lucas is going to go to second, and Kikula is going to come in and pitch there. Third inning wasn't too bad. They got 1 run. He had, and now 3 doubles here, and got 2. Tipton's up 7-2 on the Wildcats. Keegan Kula in. Kale is 1 for 2 tonight. He had a single and scored a run in the playing a non-conference game. There's a pitch, and it's a little high and inside. We've got Keegan Kula in, Lucas Greif. Poles flew out to the center fielder, and he popped up. Here's a chance. Hopefully we got Cole's number tonight. We can get an out here. So Tipton scores another run. And by Troy Curtis, and that's going to go outfield, and that's going to be another run. The coach out there talking. Jaden hasn't been doing terrible. Just can't get into a groove there. Then Dayton Price, who was at third, is going to go out to right field. So he played a little bit of left field in the varsity. So some of these guys are getting to play in a lot of different positions. Colton, a few warm-up pitches here, and then we'll get back at it. It's 5. Tanner, do they play just 5 innings for JV? Please tell me. You don't know? Huh? We'll see how Colton does. Warm-up pitches. He pitched a little bit in that first game, so hopefully here we can get going. So the Tipton's up 5-1. We're in the Wildcats got 2 outs. Jaden Hansen had ended up having 3 strikeouts, but we just wasn't able to finish it out. Had a couple walks there, and there was an error that unfortunately Lucas Greif couldn't handle that, and we would have been able to get out of the inning, but it is what it is, and the Tipton has the bases loaded right now. It's 5. Varsity game went to first, and it looks like we're ready to go here. All right, so we've got 2 balls and no strikes. And it's a run is okay, so we've got 2 runs this inning, so it's 6-1. All right, we've got 2 outs. Ball that goes up, and it looks like Wesley Ludeman's going to take care of that. There we go. Got out of the inning. That was going to be 3 outs, so they got out of there with two runs on. I have 0 hit. Left some players on, so Wildcats need to come out here. We had some things going here in this first inning. Hopefully we can pick up where we left off. All right, so we've got here the bottom of the second inning, and trying to see. It looks like, is that Brady Koba looking like he's going to be up to bat? I did not get a lineup, and they didn't read it off. They're just kind of going. I'm just getting it as we go here. So again, we're in the JV game, 6-1, bottom of second here. Tipton's throwing the ball around here on their infield as the pitcher gets ready. One more pitch probably, and then we'll get started. And we'll find out who's going to be up here. Maybe I'll have to wait. Yep. Colton Nowatzki is going to be up. See if Colton can get some things going. There's a swing, and he gonna hit it to that second baseman. That second baseman's been busy tonight here in the JV game, and that he scoops it up and throws Colton out. Brady Koba is going to be up next. Got one out. We're in the bottom of the second. Wildcats need to score a few runs here. 6-1. Brady takes that first pitch outside. Ball one. There's a called strike, so it's 1-1 on Brady. There's a swing and a miss by Brady. So we are in the bottom of the second. It is on the Wildcats. We have one out. Colton Nowatzki got out the first batter, and there's a ball, so it looks like it's going to be 2-2. They called that a strike. So Brady goes down looking. Wesley's going to be up, and there's a swing, and he gets under it and hits it out to the right fielder. All right, so that's going to take us to the top of the third inning here. And I've got it's 6-1. Wildcats unfortunately weren't able to get anything going that inning. So we will come out here, and hopefully we can get out of here and do a 1-2-3 inning on them like they just did us. All right, we got Brady still out here in left. Jaden Hansen, who started pitching, has now been relieved, and he's at third. We still got Lucas Greif at short. Got Troy Curtis at first. Dayton Price started at third, and he has moved out to right field. And Aiden Klosterman's at center. Colton Nowatzki, who started in right field now, is moving into and came in for relief for Jaden Hansen last inning at pitcher, is going to stay in to pitch. And Wesley Ludeman's going to stay in at second. So no changes in the Wildcat lineup. Christopher Grice behind the plate. Actually, I take that back. Oh, maybe Christopher's just getting his stuff on, it looks like, maybe, and we just have somebody. I guess we'll find out. I think Christopher was maybe going to be up to bat or something, and yeah, here comes Christopher. He's going to still stay in as catcher. So on defense. All right, and Tipton's going to be in the middle of their lineup here. Top of third. Christopher throws the ball down. And the batter was up, walked the last time he was up and scored a run, ended up scoring a run. We're in top of the three innings here. And Colton Nowatzki's pitch is outside. And it looks like a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. So Colton Nowatzki is 3-0, and there's one strike. Top of the third inning, top of 3. It's 6-1 Tipton, and that looked like a pretty good pitch, but it must have been outside. So there's a walk to start the inning. So we got it, the next batter up here for the Tigers, and it's going to be a stolen base. So we have no outs, runner on second here. And there's going to be a swing. Nice pickup by Jaden Hansen, and he fires it over. Nice play. Nice play there by Jaden and Troy Curtis. So we got an out. Hansen, and he one-hops it, and he fires it over, and there's another out. So 2 hits, 2 hit balls to Jaden, and 2 outs. And it looks like we got a hit. One run in, so it's 7-1. Just had a hit batter. So we've got a runner on first, and just had a foul ball. Strike here in the top of the third. Colton Nowatzki's on the mound. There's going to be a hit, and just over Wesley Ludeman. Nice try by Wesley, and the outfield did a good job of getting in. And there's going to be a hit. And third, and we are going to be at the top of the order. We got runners on first and second. We got 1 ball, no strikes. This batter has struck out twice. Faced Colton Nowatzki yet. So hopefully we can get an out here. Get out of this inning. And there's space. I think Wesley Ludeman isn't necessarily a info. And we've got the number 2 hitter up. There's a strike. Nice pitch by Colton. So we've got 3 runs in, 2 outs, and a runner on in the dirt a little bit. So it's going to be 1-1. Was varsity, went to Tipton, and Christopher Greif hits off his glove, but does a good job. So again, we are in the top of on the mound. Strikes, 2 outs, top of the third. Big batter right here. We had things going, and we'd given up a run, and then we just had 1 misplay there, and they got 2 more runs. So we played. So Colton and there's a check swing, and it's going to go to Troy Curtis. Good job by Troy to hustle over there and pick that up, but it's foul, so it's 2-2 still. And that's going to be a full count. Ooh, Aiden Hansen's feet been able to pick it up, and they get it in. So that's going to bring in a run, and that's another hit for Tipton. It is 10-1, bringing in a pinch runner. And there, Colton Nowatzki's on the mound. 10-1. We've got 2 outs. We're in the top of the third. 2 balls, no strikes. Looks like 3-0 now. There's going to be third base line. That was a rope. So 3 balls and a strike. The batter had the green light when it was 3-0. We'll see if he has the green light again. Hopefully Jay. And there's a hit up the middle. Lucas Greif picks it up and steps on. This is the end of that inning. So 4 more and about 2 hits it looked like there. Just one kind of unfortunate play for the Wildcats. Otherwise, that would have gotten out of that inning pretty good. So we'll see here Eden and Jaden and Lucas, but what's going to happen? Coach is talking to the umpire, so I'm not sure what we're talking about here. Oh, just looks like they were looks like it, yeah, it looks like we're going to be at the top of the order here with Aiden starting us off. I see the coach is talking to the umpire, so I'm not sure what they're talking about.